From the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet Plus presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, A.J. Pierzynski, Adam Dunn and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Billy Butler and the Kansas City Royals. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson along with Steve Stone as we get set to bring you the final homestand of the season. It'll be 3 against these guys, and then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, finish it off with 3 against the Toronto Blue Jays. So the Sox come in 1.5 games back at Cleveland, who are taking on the Minnesota Twins tonight. They have a 4-game set, day-night doubleheader tomorrow. And for us this evening, Zach Stewart.
Last time out, Zach didn't throw all that well against Kansas City. He's 2-5 this year with an ERA up close to 5. What he has to do tonight is get ahead, keep the ball down, and throw ground balls. When he does that, he's at his best. Bruce Chen goes to the mound for Kansas City. He's 11-8, and last time we faced him in Kansas City, we actually beat him, and we hit him pretty well. Lifetime, he's 2-4 against the Sox. This year, 2-1. So we'll see what happens with Chen tonight. He's a soft-tossing left-hander. We usually have problems with him, but we didn't have problems with him the other day. Let's go get him tonight.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
weekend, only from Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. And welcome to Hispanic Heritage Night at the ballpark. It's turning into a beautiful night, although it is a bit chilly. 61 degrees at game time. And that's what the Royal offense has done lately. They've just been unbelievable. Last 8 games hitting .373. We saw 4 of them in Kansas City, and they hit everything in sight. Average with runs in scoring position, probably the most important statistic. They're hitting .375. Let's take a look at how Ned Yost is going to line them up tonight. Our first look at Lorenzo Cain, the very speedy center fielder. Then it's Melky Cabrera, Butler, Hosmer, Francoeur, Moustakas, Perez, Giabatella, and Escobar at shortstop hitting 9th. The Degree defensive setup and how they'll line up behind Zach Stewart. Pierre Diaz and Viciedo in the outfield with Morel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Paulie at first base. A.J. Przinsky gets a nod behind the plate, and the Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Zach Stewart. Looking for win number 3, his ERA just under 5. He's given up a lot of hits per innings pitched, but the control has been pretty good. Follow all of tonight's stats and info in real time with White Sox In-Game Live, only at csnchicago.com, brought to you by The Great Escape. So we're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
Hi, Steve. Thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox Baseball right here for Comcast Sportsnet Plus. First of 3 with these guys in our last homestand of the season. Finish it off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday against Toronto. So here's a 25-year-old Lorenzo Cain. Taking first pitch strike. Making his first at bat this year with Kansas City. Down at Omaha, he was hitting .312, 16 homers, and 81 driven in. That ball scalded, but we got a man there. That's a hang with him for Cain. 1 down.
Lorenzo Cain is a guy they got over from the Milwaukee Brewers, and if they do make a change, move one of their outfielders to get a pitcher, Lorenzo Cain is going to be the guy that's going to play center field every day.
So here's Cabrera. Hitting at .305, 18 homers, 84 driven in.
Catchers really dislike guys who don't bunt very well. And the reason being is if they do foul it off, it's coming right back at them, and it's going to get a good piece of them.
He doesn't mind it. He's used to it.
That's great. I know.
That's out of play. And the count 0-2.
Like getting used to a guy hitting you in the foot with a hammer.
Or a guy who's a lot faster than you are in the ring and you can't hit.
Well,
you're in trouble.
That's when you butt him like that guy tried to do with Mayweather.
You are in deep trouble. Cabrera, a Sox killer. There's a chopper. Got to get him on a short hop. Nope. Good try, though. Made the right decision.
Yeah, it's the only play that Morel had. Melky just runs too fast, especially from the left side. You see how far back he's playing, but you got to wait for gravity. He comes down, smothered it, does everything he could. Just couldn't get it there in time.
Well, these Royals, in 15 games played against us this year, have won 9 of them. And Cabrera just seems like every time he puts a bat on the ball, which is most of the time, it's a base hit. Whether it's hard, usually it's hard. This year, he's hitting .382 against us coming in. 3 homers and 10 RBIs. In his career, .341 with 9 homers and 29 RBIs.
They don't have great power. They have good power, but they have excellent speed. And the combination of the two recently has produced a lot of runs.
Well, in that 4-game series we played them, in the first game they had 16 hits. In game 2 they had 11 hits. In game 3 they had 18 hits. In game 4 they had 15 hits for a total of 60. Butler takes that one downstairs, hitting at .294, 19 homers and 91 knocked in. To me, this is as fun a team to watch, not pitch, but watch, play, as any team in the American League.
Yeah, I mean, I love their offense. I think they're well balanced.
And I just love the way they play defense in the outfield. you just don't see it done.
Well, Butler's grounded into 15 double plays. So you get a ground ball here, you can turn 2.
Broken bat. Another $100 bill, counting sales tax. Bites the dust.
There's a look at the skipper, Ned Yost. His second tour of duty. He was a manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. Second year as a manager of the Royals. Don't worry, that winning percentage is going to continue to go up, especially if they get any pitching at all next year.
Well, if they get any pitching at all next year, they're going to be a contender. Should be, boys. Take your time. Rack them up. And that'll do it. After half inning of play, it's Royals nothing, and our guys coming to bat.
Juan Pierre leading off, and it's Ramirez, Scanerco. AJ hitting cleanup behind the plate. Viciedo, Dunn, Diaz, Morel, and Beckham playing second and hitting 9. Degree defensive setup, and on the lineup behind Chen. Cabrera, Kane, and Francoeur left to right with Moustakas, Escobar, Giavatella, Hosmer, and younger Salvatore Perez behind the plate. Our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Bruce Chen. 24th start of the year. 11-8 record for a team that is 20 under 500. Pretty good, solid year for Chen.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. Juan Pierre will lead it off, hitting at 285 as he takes ball 1. And the count 2-0. Sox come in hitting at 254 as a club with a 4.11 ERA. Sox 43-38 on the road and 33-42 at home.
Still mysterious and inexplicable. There's no reason for that to happen, but happened it has.
This is going to be the first team I've ever been with that's going to have a better road record than a home record.
It's really astonishing.
The 3-1 pitch. There's a strike.
Factor in home record with divisional play against the Central. We're 31-38. The Tigers against the Central, 47-22.
There you go. Hit hard off the glove. Chen got a shot. And he gets him. Beautiful play by Chen and Hosmer. He had to gun it over there.
Yeah, that's just a great play by Bruce Chen. First of all, it was on the arm side, which is more difficult. Second of all, he had to go a long way to get it, and Juan runs pretty well. Hosmer digs it out of the dirt. They get him by a full step. For Chen, a good way to start it off.
Here's Alexei. Hitting at .269, 15 homers, 68 knocked in. Alexei against Chen has faced him 14 times, and he is 0 for 14.
He's due.
And Francoeur short out there in right field again. Not as short as he was in Kansas City. There's a shot, and that's foul.
I think he still wants another shot at throwing out Ramirez at first base on a single. He came an eyelash from doing that in Kansas City.
He's become one of my favorite outfielders.
He's a guy who resurrected his career in Kansas City. Well, I know Atlanta thought the world of him. There wasn't anything he couldn't do. He got a little frustrated because he never walked. But physical skills, he's got them in abundance.
That curveball was a good pitch to hit. Got underneath it, popped it up. Givotella. And that's out number 2. And right now, let's check out our picks to click tonight. Jim Angio, our director and crew, went with Alexei. Steve's going with Piscieto and Jeff Chanel. And his crew with the scoreboard operations and production, they do such a great job. We're going to go with Brent Morrell.
You know, tonight, even if we go with that 15 points for win rule, I still can't win.
I told you, we should have implemented the all-in rule.
The field. In other words, you guys get a pick, I get the field.
And you get the other 7.
We'll work on that one next year.
I don't think it would have worked this year.
No, it was just horrible. It was just very bad.
Here's Paulie. Paulie 6 for 27 lifetime with Konerko with a couple of homers. Paulie on the season 301, 30, and 103. Out of play, and here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. .34-year-old veteran southpaw with a 1-2 delivery. Sox in Kansas City back on the 18th against Chen. He went 5 1/3, giving up 4 runs earned on 8 hits. He had a pretty good game plan. Right-handers were trying to beat him to right field, and left-handers were trying to beat him to right field. And he just missed that one. He just missed it. Dadgummit. And that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning after 1, no score. Perfect Match Promise. You bring home the big TV of your dreams, and satisfaction is guaranteed. That's Ray Sleva and all the great folks at Best Buy. You can't beat that. And a reminder also, the first 20,000 fans this Sunday, day after tomorrow at 1 p.m. against these Royals, will receive a White Sox knit hat. Be both warm and fashionable as all. Now, don't pay any attention to the model, okay?
The model is weak, but the hat is very nice.
The hat is the thing here. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. Hosmer, Francoeur, and Moustakas. First pitch strike.
Good
Hosmer
curveball.
hitting at 299.
The reason why Hosmer is hitting what he is, because he is a slugger, but he uses the whole field.
I don't know if there's a left-handed hitter in this league that can cover the outside corner and off the outside corner as well as he does.
He does it real well. 7-game inning streak, hitting .515. We've seen him take pitches 6 inches off the outside corner and rifle him down into the left field corner.
The 1-2. He didn't have an emergency swing. I know that.
He's got a hard swing. He's got one swing, and it's got a lot of velocity to it.
2-2 the count. Just 21 years old. Going to be the big numbers man in this lineup for a long time. That's high and deep. And it is 1-0. Number 19.
.76 driven in. Ford home run replay, and it is a no-doubter. That looked like a straight change. And Hosmer is just so strong. Supplies all his own power and takes it out rather easily.
Here's Francoeur. Takes first pitch strike. That's the 6th home run that Zach has thrown this year. Francoeur 1 for 6 off Stewart. 47 doubles, 4 triples, 19 homers, 85 knocked in. Kansas City has the only outfield in Major League history with 3 outfielders with 40 or more doubles.
It's pretty astonishing they've been able to do that. And also when you consider that only one of them they developed, that was Alex Gordon.
Got him, though.
Take a look at the 4 guys who have hit 40 or more doubles this year. 4 guys in the same lineup. Francoeur leads the way. 47, 45, 43, and since we saw Billy Butler, he added a couple more doubles, so he's got 40. 4th team in Major League history with 4 players with 40 or more doubles. Wow.
Here's Moustakas. Just off the corner.
Well, he's looked like 2 different guys from the first time we saw him and the last time we saw him.
Checks it up, knocks it down, and it's going to be a base hit.
I think Zach's going to be real unhappy with himself because it's a play that he feels he should have made. He's being charged with an error. He's a good athlete. He gets off the mound quickly, but this ball just didn't stick in the glove.
That'll bring up Salvador Perez, 21-year-old catcher. Hitting at .344, a couple of homers and 15 driven in.
I'm assuming he was pretty impressive to you when we saw him in Kansas City.
both ways.
Yep. Handles pitches well.
Loves to throw.
Don't get a good secondary lead on either first or third, because he will get you.
Ball is away.
I think it's probably going to be another E1.
So 2 this inning for young Zach.
That was a good idea, but throwing it well off the bag between the legs of the base runner is not. Wally just couldn't get to it. It's 2 errors by Zach Stewart this inning.
That ball's hammered. Diaz is there. They're hanging out some hemp already. What new? One of the most exciting young offensive teams in the baseball.
I would say they've established the fact that they're going to be scoring some runs. Now they have to establish the fact that they'll have a quality enough rotation. The bullpen has some good arms in it. There's Eric Hosmer. A very young star.
Want to know the count to Giovatello. 5'7" second baseman. Pretty good pitch, didn't get it.
We saw him hit the ball with authority to right center in Kansas City. He'll pull the ball, but it's not his natural stroke. That ball was trying to come back. Just couldn't get there.
Pops him up right side. Beckham. But the home run by Eric Hosmer is 19th after an inning and a half. 1-0 Royals. That game in the bottom of the third at Progressive Field. We still have a shot at second place.
We do, and the game and a half difference coming into this. That's why beating Kansas City, a team that's not too easy to beat these days, is essential.
The last 3 years, they have played us as tough as anybody, except Minnesota the last 2. Not this year, but the last. Yeah, they just have that mindset that they can beat us, and that's the way it should be with every team. AJ takes that curveball off the plate. AJ hitting at 289, 8 homers, 47 knocked in, and he has hit chin well. That's right off the end of the bat. Out number 1.
Mercedes Escobar has a very strong arm at shortstop.
So here's Tanks hitting at 268, a homer. He's driven in 5. Kansas City tied with Detroit for 3rd in the league in hitting with 274. First pitch strike. Texas leading everybody with 281. Boston next at 280. We're at 254, middle of the pack.
That swung took him down to a knee.
We're going to see that a lot. He is one of the guys that's exciting to watch him even when he strikes out. Not too many guys come along like that. Just off the plate.
Weekly starts to get the feeling and the understanding of what pitchers are going to try to do to him.
Well, he's got a good track record. He's got a good resume in the respect of making adjustments. His first year in Birmingham 3 years ago started off very slowly the first month and a half, 2 months, and then came on very strong the last 2/3 of the season. Then last year at Charlotte started off very, very slowly again. Made those adjustments and finished up very strong. And then this year the same thing. So he knows how to make adjustments. But he's one of those guys you just got to stick him out there and play him every day.
Well, any young player, if you bring him up to the major leagues, you can't bring him up to sit because you can't get any better. The league has lessons to teach you, and the only way if you're a hitter to do it is to get the at-bats.
Well, you know what experience is? Experience is something you got when you didn't want to get it.
And
you got it, and that means fail. You got to fail. That's the only way you can learn.
You can't get it quickly.
Left side. Nice pick by Moustakas. High throw. Safe. That should be a base hit. So the hit by KCA, and that'll bring up Adam Dunn.
We've seen Moustakas be a little inconsistent with his throws. Had it been a good throw, he would have gotten him. It wasn't a good throw, and he didn't get him.
Adam at 164, 11 homers and 42 driven in. His face, side chin, 8 times, has 3 hits. Now we've seen Moustakas very inconsistent. Erratic, very erratic with that throwing. Good hands, good range. Three and 0 the count. They gave Dunn a 3-0 hit against Chin back on the 18th, and he doubled and knocked in a run. I think that was the second one all year. Full count to the big man.
Minnesota has come back, taking a 4-2 lead over the Indians heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning.
And that's ball 4. Two on, 1 out, and that'll bring up Diaz. Alejandro hitting at 326, 4 homers and 23 driven in. Brent Morel and Diaz having terrific Septembers. And Brent on deck. Here's the strike. First time De Aza has faced Chen.
It's a good experience to see him face the left-handers. Because
I got a feeling he's going to face a lot of them next year.
He'd like to establish the fact that he could play every day.
He didn't give. That's one thing we know. So that's a good start.
With runners in scoring position, those are pretty good numbers. 480.
Drops down, checks it up, takes the ball. 2-1. His last 33 games, De Aza hitting .346. 10 doubles, 3 triples, 20 RBIs. And the count evens at 2. Well, he's put himself in a position right now that you just can't ignore the fact that he can play in the big leagues. We saw it last year when we called him up. We've seen it certainly on a consistent day-to-day basis this year as those numbers just verify.
And he also uses the whole field.
And he also is a good outfielder. So he's a big league player. Got him. Little drop down on that one. 2 out.
Alejandro didn't like it, but I think you'll see that it caught part of the plate. That's where the 5 appears.
That's what young players have to live with and learn right there at the big league level. They have to learn how to take a strikeout, even if they think it was a bad call by the umpire. Here's Brent. 255, 9 homers, 39 driven in. Takes ball 1. Brent, 7 homers, 17 RBIs in September. And pops that changeup right side. Givitella. And that'll do it. We threaten, can't score. We'll go to the third, trailing 1-0. Bears and Packers game on Bears Postgame Live, presented by the Illinois Back Institute. Postgame press conferences, player interviews, and a full breakdown of the action. Only on Bears Postgame Live Sunday immediately after the game on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Give you everything that you want to know about the Bears Packers. Alcides Escobar, ninth place hitter, the shortstop. First pitch strike.
That was a good curveball by Zach.
Well, through the first 2 innings, he's got the best stuff he's had in a couple of outings. As there's a chopper right in the hole. Escobar will do that.
He hit a triple down the line in Kansas City, but his natural stroke is to right and right center field.
As I said, I think he's got a chance to be a real good hitter. When I say real good, I'm talking about a solid 270, 280 hitter.
With a great glove at shortstop and terrific speed. Swiped 25 bags, been caught 7 times, so odds are somewhere early in this count he's going to be going.
Here's Kane. Takes the bunt, takes the strike. Lorenzo led off the ball game with a rocket right to Piazza. And off the tip of the glove. So that chopper double. And they're going to hold Escobar. That's a tough break right there for Stewart. But that faking of the bunt.
Yeah, as soon as, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, especially if you're Kane with the great speed. He's playing in shallow. Ball hits off the glove in fair territory. C.B. Buckner making the call on the look. And now Zach's got some problems.
Now he's got to forget about the man at third and try to do something with Cabrera, who had an infield single. And there's a chopper. Nice backhand. Nice play by Beckham. You get the speedy Cabrera hitting left-handed.
RBI number 85. Big effort by Gordon, and he gets it across in plenty of time.
So an excellent chance for Butler with the right side in, left side halfway, a little short of halfway. Butler hit into a 5-4-3 double play in the first inning, but he hit the ball very hard. That's into right field. Tanks coming on. Slides, makes the catch. And because he had the slide, he cannot do anything on the throw. It is 3-0.
RBI number 92 for Butler. On a relatively short sacrifice fly, but on the sinking line drive, Luciano had to come on, just barely taking it off the grass. And left a divot.
First pitch fastball to Hosmer. And here's what he did leading off last inning after fouling off several pitches. Got a changeup. Number 19. He gone. But they get a couple of breaks right there, take advantage of it, put 2 on the board, and they lead it 3-0.
Who tossed the first 2 no-hitters in Royals history? You think about that? We'll get back to you a little later in the game with the answer.
Three 3-0 Kansas City. Beckel. And back to the top of the order with Pierre and Ramirez.
Here's our AT&T Uverse multi-view. It's a center field camera. You can see Gordon from the side.
Pops that change up. Right in the middle, everybody converging. And Perez?
Well, normally you'd like to see the third baseman take over, but Moustakas was late getting to the party. So Perez, being the tallest, decided to take it.
I tell you, that's a heck of a catch for that youngster.
Terrific.
When you got guys, and you can feel 2 guys converging on you.
Nobody's taking control, and you're the closest to the ball. Catchers don't really want to make this play.
Well, that's where a lot of managers today, I don't know if this is the case in Kansas City with Yost. A lot of managers don't want the pitcher involved. If that same play happens with you on the mound, you're directing some traffic out there.
Yeah, I mean that's usually what we're taught what to do.
And today they're teaching them to get out of the way.
And then you have to trust somebody to take over, and in that case, nobody really was.
Little comebacker. 1 now. 0 for 2 twice. He's going out 1-3. I think I mentioned that story when we were playing in Baltimore. I was with Kansas City. Catfish was pitching. Hunter, Hall of Fame right-hander. A play like that developed just like that. I went in, and Sal Bando was calling for the ball. Catfish grabbed me because I was calling for it too. Grabbed me and wrestled me right down to the ground.
Made sure that Sal had a clean shot.
Exactly.
At it. Yeah.
Exactly. There's a strike to even the count at 1.
I grew up very close to the same neighborhood that Sal Bando grew up in, and played against him as amateur players. Well, he was a good one.
And a terrific guy. We go to spring training one year, and we had roommates back in those days. He said, "Hawk, you got a new roommate." I said, "Who is it?" He said, "It's a rookie, a kid named Sal Bando." The Holiday Inn there in Winter Haven.
So you obviously didn't ruin his career because he went on to be pretty good.
Well, during that time frame,
Yes.
he roomed with my bags. He got plenty of sleep. Now, honey, if you're watching, that was before I knew you.
Absolutely. I mean, years before
Way
you knew
before
her.
I knew you.
50 years before he knew you.
That's out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Sal was a wonderful player, and actually at the time that he was the GM from Milwaukee, did a good job. Just didn't have a whole bunch to work with. So that's an easy 1-2-3 inning, and Bruce Chen once again having no problems with us.
Taco Bell, open 1 a.m. or later.
Top of the fourth inning in a 3-0 Kansas City lead. It'll be Francoeur, Moustakas, and Perez to face young Zach Stewart. Francoeur bounced out to Brent Morrell, who had to come in very hard and make a good play to get him. And that ball sharply back through the middle for a base hit. So good speed aboard. He has 22 stolen bases in 32 attempts. And a reminder, looking for a place to watch a Bears-Packers game on Sunday? Well, come to Bacardi at the Park, right across the street from US Cellular Field. White Sox play at home at 1 p.m. and after 2:30 p.m. parking is free in Lot B. Chicago doubleheader this Sunday. White Sox then Bears at Bacardi at the Park.
Tampa Bay came into action 2 games in back of Boston in the wild card, but they're getting beaten up by Toronto 5-0 in Tampa Bay. And Boston rained out at New York.
Moustakas, if you're scoring along with us, they gave Stewart an error back in the second. They have now changed it. Rosenberg changed it to a base hit. Outfield for the most part straight up and spread out. There's a strike and the count 2-1.
Nice pick by AJ, keeping the double play in order.
And the count 3-1.
This is not an easy play. He's sitting low and away. He has to reach across and pick it out of the dirt.
That ball in the gap, and nobody's going to get it. Right off of Ted Lyons. So some trouble brewing right here. Ducks on the pond, nobody out.
Well, it took Moustakas a long time to get his first hit against our ball club, something like 0 for 34. But since then, he's hit everything in sight. And this ball is up and out over the plate, and he crushes it. They got some pretty good bookend first and third baseman on this Kansas City ball club.
And Zach, as I said, he's throwing hard tonight. Less fastball he's had in a couple outings, but it doesn't make any difference. You got to put it in the right spot. So here's Perez. That ball hit hard and high and deep to right center field and out of here.
There is no doubt of the strength of this very young catcher.
So it is 6-0.
Third home run. He's driven in 18. Ford home run replay is another pitch up and out over the plate. And Perez rides it out the opposite way.
They'll bring up Johnny Giavotella. Takes down low. Yeah, it doesn't make any difference how hard you're throwing or what kind of breaking ball you got. If you make mistakes with it, you're going to get hurt.
Especially against a team that collectively is as hot as Kansas City has been.
As a rule, when a team gets hot, it's not that they're hitting good pitches, but they're hitting every mistake that you make. They're not missing them. They're not popping them up and grinding them out. They're just killing. And for the most part, that's what hitting in the big leagues is about. That's the reason you got 20-game winners and you got a lot of pitchers making a lot of money, because they have great control. That is popped up. Paulie takes the heat off AJ like he should. 1 out. If you're facing a guy who has this good stuff and this good control, you're probably going to go 0 for 4.
I mean, he keeps making consistent pitches on you, but eventually all pitchers make that one mistake, and the good hitters are looking for the one mistake.
Well, that's usually what you get. If you have any kind of patience whatsoever, which most big league hitters do, you're going to get, as a rule, one pitch every at bat to handle hit hard. Now, if you pop it up, ground it out, at least you got it. But in my career, I can't name you 10 times, if that many, which I don't think it is, times that I went to the plate. And that ball is just crushed by Escobar. That's his 4th homer. And it's 7-0.
.4 and 45 on the power numbers for Escobar.
He got a chance to be a good one.
Ford home run replay. That ball tailing inside. AJ wanted it away. Zach didn't get it there.
No, Zach is messing around with the middle of that plate, and they just crush it. Here's Lorenzo Cain. He didn't crush this double last inning. He hit just a chopper. But he had faked the bunt on the first pitch, and then Morel came in and hit that chopper just off the tip of his glove going back. 0-2. Seven, 9-0 for them. 0-1-1 for us. And they got to hurry right here. Goes it away.
That'll probably be a hit and another error.
Yep.
Zach is not having one of his better nights.
No, he's not.
It is single he won. They took his second error away. Now they'll give him one right back. No chance at all for Paulie.
So Coop. And a reminder, you can lower your home electricity rate with Constellation Energy. Check the Sox game card for an additional 5% off their fixed price. So visit home.constellation.com today to learn what you can save. Here's Cabrera. He was all over that one, just underneath it. Butler on deck. Just one out with 4 here in the top of the 4th. And that ball hit hard. It'll stay in the park. If you're just tuning in, they came out smoking right off the bat. Lorenzo Cain led off the ball game with a line shot right to Diaz in center. Then there was an infield hit by Cabrera, and then Butler hit a bullet down to Morel, who turned it into a 5-4-3 double play. Hosmer led off the second with a home run off a changeup. Another line drive by Perez hit right on the money. And then they scored 2 in the third with some rockets, and 4 so far here in the fourth. Butler pops that one up, and that'll retire the side, but the crooked number goes up on the board, and we trail it 7-0.
Two no-hitters in Royals history, and the answer, Steve Busby. Through both of them. 1973 and 74, Detroit was a victim, as was Milwaukee. Steve Busby.
He had great stuff.
And he perfected that fake to third and throw to first move, and he used to get a bunch of them.
He didn't have good stuff. He had great stuff. Here's Paulie. He just missed hitting one out of here his first at bat. Takes that for a strike. Busby threw in the high 90s with great movement on his fastball and had a curveball you could hear. As a count 0-2.
Well, they put together some very good Kansas City teams. Some terrific pitchers. And a ball club full of guys that hit line drives and took advantage of that artificial surface field at the time.
Drop down fastball. Vancouver's going to take over. He plays right field and helps out around second.
And justifiably so. He should take everything he can get. It's a lot easier play for him coming in than it would be for Giavotella.
I saw Jim Rice hit a home run off Busby at Fenway Park. You know where the front flagpole is out there? Center field. He hit it about 20 feet to the right of that flagpole over everything. Over that back wall of center field. Tom Yawkey owned the ball club. And I saw Mr. Yawkey after the game. He looked at me and he said, "Hawk, that's the longest home run I've ever seen hit here." And he saw a lot of them hit.
You ever see him hit a golf ball, Jim Rice?
I started Jimmy playing golf back in 1975 when he was rookie with the Red Sox. Jimmy Rice, I've seen all the long hitters in the last Well, 50 years, 40 years. Nobody hit the ball further than Jim Rice. Nobody. When he first started playing, the way we would play was I'd hit my tee shot and then I'd just wait for him to get one in the fairway. It might take 7 or 8, and then we'd start the hole. We was playing down at Greenleaf in Winter Haven. AJ punches it. There's a gun. And what a play. Nice pick by Hosmer. So AJ now for 2. Good play on both ends.
Well, Escobar realized that he just didn't have enough time to set his feet and then gun it across. So he used the play probably perfected by Davey Concepcion on the artificial surface in Cincinnati. He skips it across, puts it right on the money, and in this case got it there a step ahead of AJ.
Thanks. Had an infield hit. Oh, and 2 the count. And that's a high. Get out of here. Trying to come back, and it will. So that is a 1-2-3 inning. We're into the 5th, trailing by 7.
Bullpen up and going for the first time tonight.
Well, young Zach has thrown 65 pitches, 62 of which have stayed in the park.
And that will mean Will Oman throwing in the pen. Here's our United Airlines leaders of the game, and it is the youngster Eric Hosmer. 34 hits this month, the most in the major leagues.
Make it another one. That pitch way outside. And a reminder, you can text Subway to 29653, and if you are the 500 texter, you could win $5 footlong subs from Subway.
That's exactly what we were talking about last time with Hosmer. His great plate coverage, his ability to take pitches way out of the zone and hit them safely. He breaks the bat, drops it just inside the line, and runs for 2 bases.
His 27th double. And now AJ's going to kill some time. I'll tell you a cute story about Rice, how far he can hit the ball. About 35 years ago, Palmer and I were playing down at Bay Hill. So we finished the round, and I was playing really good, and that's was when I could hit it. So we get in after the round's over, we're having a beer, and Arnold says, "Pop, I read that story that you had about Rice, and it interviewed me on Golf Magazine about how far he could hit the ball." He said, "Can he hit the ball as far as you were hitting it today?" I said, "Arnold, he'll hit 100 yards by then." That ball's gone.
Looked like Rice hit that one.
And it's 9-0. So for Francoeur, that's number 20. 87 RBIs. But here comes Ozzie. So he said, Arnold said, "That's impossible." I said, "I'm telling you what, I'll just bet you 10,000 that we'll go out there on the 6th hole there at Bay Hill's a par 5, and he'll hit it over that lake. He'll either get it on the green or green high." Arnold says, "You got to bet." So don't you know, a week later he's got to go out to play the Garagiola. Well, who does Arnold get paired with in the Pro-Am?
Right.
Right. He comes back, we're going to play on Tuesday. He looks at me, he says, "Hawk, you know that bet on Rice?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "No bet." Pitching change right here. Tough night for Zach Stewart, and we'll be back.
He's 1-3, ERA 4.5, on for the 57th time. And this is not the time you want to pitch against these Royals, because they're hitting everything in sight.
Moustakas is 2 for 2. A single and a double. Well, hitting is contagious, either positive or negative. For us, unfortunately, this year it was negative. When everybody's hitting, everybody's loose. Make a mistake, they kill you. And conversely, when you are not hitting, everybody gets tight, puts too much pressure, tries to do too much on themselves, and nobody hits, with the exception of Konerko. That ball hit hard. So 1 out. And here's what Salvador Perez did his last time at bat, last inning with 2 on.
From what we've seen, he loves a high fastball. He took it out against the traffic.
Most Latin players do.
Say he does not have, to this point, a well-defined strike zone. He just sees it. If it's straight, he hits it hard somewhere.
Well, in game 3 of that series in Kansas City, he went 3 for 5. Went 0 for 3 in game 2, but he hit the ball hard twice. And he went 3 for 4 in game 1. Two and 1 to count. That's in the upper tank. 2-2 the count to the 21-year-old catcher. And I hope before this game's over that all of you out there who hadn't seen him play get a chance to see him throw. He can throw. Gets jammed. Tanks is there. 2 down.
Zach Stewart, a tough night. 4+ innings, 9 runs, 12 hits, 1 strikeout.
So here's Johnny Giovatello. Popped to second, and he's popped to first. And a reminder, you can join White Sox fan favorite Joe Creedy and other current and former team members at SoxFest 2012, January 27th, 8th, and 9th at the Palmer House Hilton. SoxFest 2012 hotel packages and weekend passes are on sale right now exclusively at WhiteSox.com. So visit WhiteSox.com for more information. Back up. Can't get it. Be a base hit. Good try.
Yeah, Gordon gave it everything that he had. And the fortunate part was it hit the screen. It didn't go into the dugout. Be ashamed to pick up an error on this play. After going that far, corralling it, trying to do something special, but having the ball off target.
So here's Escobar. He's 2 for 2. And here's what he did last inning.
And Zach gave up 4 home runs.
Not how hard you throw it, is where you throw it.
Yeah, he was leaving a lot of balls up in the zone, and as a sinker baller, without big velocity, you just can't get away with that.
Two out. And a 1-2 pitch. Is it hard? Foul. And that's in the hole. It is hit number 14. And here we are in the top of the 5th.
Feels like we're still in Kansas City. The way they kept hitting the baseball.
Yeah, they're going to exceed their average there. They had 60 hits in 4 games against us, so that was an average of 15.
And they're knocking at the door. And we're now through the 5th. Don Cooper seeing his pitching staff with a few problems this September.
When you pitch as well as they did through the first 5 months, and you didn't get any run support, and you're in some close ball games, that puts a lot of stress on every pitch.
There's no doubt. No doubt. Those are the numbers for Lorenzo Cain in AAA. They're pretty happy with him, and they believe he's an everyday player in the major leagues. Just a question of no place to put him to this point.
Strike in the count, 2-1. It's going to be tough for him to take any of those outfield slots away.
Well, I mean, the only thing he can hope for really is they make a deal for a top of the line pitcher.
Or they deal him. And that'll do it. But 2 more go up on the board. Halfway home, we trail at 9-0. Bottom of the 5th inning, 9-14-0 for the Royals. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors for our Sox. Done. Big man walked his first trip. Only walk issued by Cy Chin. One and one to count. Top of the 6th in Cleveland, 4-4 tie with Minnesota. They have a 4-game series, one tonight, a split doubleheader tomorrow. And then Cleveland will go to Detroit the final 3 days to finish up the season. That ball high in the right center field. Vancouver. That's what you call it. Just missed it. And Sox fans, get ready to shop. Our brand new state-of-the-art team store, Chicago Sports Depot, will be open in November. Featuring all pro sports teams, Big Ten, and a college corner, Chicago Sports Depot has a perfect gift for the sports fan in your family. 15,000 square feet and 72 monitors will make a great adventure and plenty of holiday gifts. Visit WhiteSox.com for more. Yaza called out on strikes. One and one to count.
Jen keeps continuing to take something off. Straight change at 76. He's got a pretty good curveball. And very rarely throws you a strike using anything but either corner.
Ate him up right there. Bobble. I don't know about that.
He looked like he was safe by a full step. Moustakas has got a strong arm, but he bobbled the ball. And Diaz is pretty quick. Manny Gonzalez on the call. We'll take another look at it. Squibbed off the bat. The bobble.
Got him. I don't know. And on that shot, it doesn't look like it. Let's see. He's safe.
That's what I thought with the naked eye.
He's safe. Morel hits that ball into left field. And this didn't take long either. That's 11 in a row retired by Chen. And he leads it by 9. Only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. It's a 9-0 Kansas City lead as we have completed 5 innings. It'll be Cabrera, Butler, and Hosmer. Berra pops it up. 1 pitch, 1 out. Maybe they'll get a little tired.
Exhausted from running the bases.
Here's Butler. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Takes ball 1.
Bullpen up and going once again. Just in case Will Oman runs into some problems.
1-1 to count. Almost walked right into that one. Foul tipped. And a count 1-2. Butler now 19 homers, 92 RBIs to go along with those 40 doubles.
And he's finally got some protection behind him. A lot of protection behind him.
He gone.
I think Butler thought that the ball hit the ground.
He's looking for some help. I don't think he's going to get any.
He's not getting any from the dugout. Didn't look like it hit the ground. Didn't look like he touched it.
So here's Hosmer. He's 2 for 3. A homer. And a little broken bat double down the left field line. A little duck snort. Two and 0 the count. For the 21-year-old who's going to be a monster. In a lot of ways, he already is.
Pretty hefty numbers for a guy that got a late start on this season.
He is aggressive. Probably the most aggressive, 2 most aggressive hitters in his league. Hosmer and Ian Kinsler of Texas. Go by the old golden rule. Every pitch is mine till I see it's not.
They start swinging from the time they walk from the on-deck circle. They very rarely will take any pitches.
Two out. And the 2-2. He gone. A 1-2-3 inning for Will Oman, yes. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Chuck and Bill plus go live to Ozzy's postgame remarks. Don't miss Galaxy White Sox postgame live immediately following the game on Comcast Sportsnet Plus. Fans' best friend.
Fraser's up and throwing in the bullpen. It's probably going to be all for Will Omen, who went 2 innings and stopped the onslaught.
Here's Beckham. He's 0 for 1. Popped up to the catcher. Salvador Perez out in front of the mound. Strike.
That was a perfect pitch. Had Gordon guessing for anything but that. Worked him away twice, then just put it right on the inside corner.
Here's Pierre. Twice he has gone back to Chen. And that's foul. 1-1 to count. One. Hitting at 284 as he stands up to the plate. Softly hit. And Hosmer, as he should, takes it himself. 2 down. And if you're looking for a place to watch a Bears-Packer game this Sunday and have a lot of fun, you can come to Bacardi at the Park. White Sox play at home at 1 p.m. And after 2:30 p.m., parking is free in Lot B. So the Chicago doubleheader this Sunday. White Sox then Bears at Bacardi at the Park, right across the street from U.S. Cellular Field. Alexei has popped the second and bounced back to Chen. That ball high in the left field. That is 14 in a row retired by the 34-year-old left-hander.
First, Eric Hosmer comes up. This in the second inning. Then Perez came up with a 3-run homer. Escobar with a solo shot. And Frank Coeur with a 2-run homer. And Jason Fraser comes into the game. There you look at the numbers. 3-3. ERA 3.39. He inherits a 9-run deficit.
He's got Francoeur, Moustakas, and Perez. Francoeur is 2 for 3 with that 2-run homer. Takes first pitch strike. Second pitch strike. 9-14-0 for them. We have no runs on just 1 hit. 2 errors for us. Two hopper. 1 out. White Sox fans, we need your feedback. Simply log on to your computer and take a quick survey. You'll have a chance to win an autographed White Sox player photo or 2 free tickets to an April or May game next season. So visit whitesox.com/survey for your chance to win. Moustakas is 2 for 3. Three for 4.
Last year when Hosmer was in their minor leagues along with Moustakas actually won the minor league hitter of the year. To give you some idea about the talent he has, we haven't seen it until the last couple of games, and now he's hitting everything in sight.
First part of the year, he had a little flaw in that swing. It's gone now.
He's pretty quick right now.
Perez is 1 for 3. Hard line drive to center, his first at bat, then a 3-run homer in the 4th. Then he went out to right in the 5th. Just tuning in, Royals 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, and 2 in the 5th.
Send along best wishes to a big Sox fan looking on tonight, Bud Fisher.
Outfield straight up, spread out. All right, boys, back them up. And that'll do it. 7th inning stretch. Not good. 7th, we have no runs on 1 hit. That was an infield single by Viciedo. Back in the 2nd inning. Paulie just missed hitting a home run in his first at bat. Then he popped up to right in his 2nd trip. They have 9 runs on 15 hits. Back into the seats for a souvenir. Oh, and 1 to count to Paulie.
Only down to an even 300. He's seen his batting average shrink lately. Like to get a few hits and get it back up there.
Well, he played for those several weeks that he was really hurt. That left lead leg of his. That ball hit high and deep. Stretch. Get on back there. Cabrera at the wall. Looks up. You can put it on the ball. Yes. Yes. Number 31 for Paulie. RBI number 104. And we get on the board. Paulie's happy we're on the board.
Just a second hit of the game. And Paul made the most of it. Ford home run replay. Fly ball just kept on going.
He just missed that first one. AJ pops it up softly to 3rd. Moustakas foul ground, 1 out. That'll bring up Tanks. And, of course, with that home run by Paulie, the Alex Nelius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. It is number 149, so $14,900 donated by Alex Nelius in loving memory of Ursula. First pitch strike to Tanks. And stay fair. It won't. Oh, and 2 the count with Dunn on deck. High and wide. He reached back and got a little extra right there. 86.
Yeah, that's about as hard as he can throw. But he doesn't have to. He's got pretty good control.
Curveball, good one. Tanks knew it.
Yeah, that was the best curveball he's thrown tonight.
2 out.
You take a look at it, you see that it's up high, and then all of a sudden it just bites down into the zone perfectly.
Well, White Sox had a left-hander. Started off in the Cleveland organization. Came over to the White Sox, went to the Yankees, Dodgers.
Tommy John.
He threw probably fewer strikes than anybody in baseball. Won, I believe, 283 games. He didn't throw a strike until he had to.
Sounds like the Glavin Maddox school of pitching.
That ball lined into right field. Francoeur's right there. But the home run by Konerko. We're on the board. We trail it 9-1. 9-15-0 for Kansas City. 1-2-2 for us. It'll be Johnny Giavotella. 1 for 3, had an infield single. One and one to count. Tomorrow night, fireworks. Make your plans to be with us. Last fireworks show of the season. Johnny Danks against Everett Teaford. And that game will be over Comcast Sportsnet. And on Sunday, Gavin Floyd against Luis Mendoza, and that game over WGN. But tomorrow night, last fireworks show of the year. So bring your family down and enjoy some beautiful fireworks following the ball game. 3 and 1 to count. And that's going to be a base hit. Gets by Diaza. So Pierre now will get over. Get it back in. So the infield single, and then the cued off the end of the bat double for Giavotella.
Alejandro thought he had a chance. As it turned out, he didn't.
That'll bring up Alcides Escobar, who is 3 for 3. 2 singles, a home run, and 2 runs scored. Out of play. Seventh inning, and Cleveland tied at 5 with Minnesota. $21,744.
Matt Thornton loosening up in the bullpen.
Three and 1. Jason, very deliberate worker. That's hit into right field. Tanks has got the ball. And he'll get it back in as Giavotella will tag going to third base. With his arm, he'll learn how to get in better shape.
Yeah, you're not going to get the ball in doing 360s too often.
No. And a reminder, you can stop by the Comcast Fundamentals deck at US Cellular Field for the ultimate game day experience. You can visit the Comcast dugout to see official White Sox equipment, take photos next to life-size player cutouts, and listen to updates about the White Sox pitching staff on the Xfinity Voice dugout phone. All brought to you by the great folks at Comcast. Lorenzo Cain is 2 for 4. Baltimore chop double and an infield single. That's foul. Outfield about equidistant. Spread out, straight up. Ball gets away and he will score. So it's 10-1.
That's a wild pitch. For Frazier, his third of the year.
Comebacker, he's got it. 2 out.
Kane tries to go back up the middle. But Jason right there to make the play.
Cabrera takes first pitch strike. You made a statement, I guess about 5 or 6, maybe a week ago. And you're right. Well, I'll tell you, Maple bats, that ball gets back through that middle. That ball gets back to that pitcher quicker than we've ever seen.
Yeah, because it's not that they go so much farther, because they really don't. It's just a velocity off the bat. And some guys have a hard time defending themselves.
I mean, each and every passing year, you're seeing more and more. I mean, bullets right back through the middle. The 2-1.
Well, Toronto defeated Tampa Bay, and that's not going to help their chances any in the wild card race. Boston was rained out tonight at the Yankees.
There's ball 4. And with that, Billy Butler comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a sacrifice fly. Butler hit into a 5-4-3 double play in the first inning, but he just smoked it right down to Brent Morel. Sacrifice fly, short one in the third, popped up to short, and then struck out. Fouls that one back. And a reminder, you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox at whitesox.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. So get your gear straight from the source. Shop whitesox.com. And that's a fair ball. Right down the line. And now they're going to wave him around. Cabrera, he'll score. RBI number 93 for Butler. And it's 11-1. A little walk comes around to cross home plate.
Well, since he came into this league, Billy Butler has consistently hit the ball as hard as anybody around. And he rifled that double down the line past Morel. And that is going to be it for Jason Frazier. So as Matt Thornton comes in the game, we'll step out. Thornton at 2-5, ERA 3.58, on for the 59th time. He inherits Billy Butler at second base. And it's an 11-1 game. As exactly where Kansas City left off in Kansas City, they've picked up right here with 17 hits tonight.
Osborne's got 2 of them, a homer and a double. Takes first pitch strike. His 19th homer, 27th two-bagger. Just tuning in, this has just been a butt kicking. Tops that foul. In that 4-game set, we just left Kansas City on the last road trip. In the first game, they had 16 hits. Second game, 11 hits. Third game, 18 hits. Fourth game, 15 hits. Tonight, 17 hits. So 77 hits in the last 5 games.
That's got to be a pass ball.
Well, they put the tag on him. He didn't foul it. And that'll retire the side, but they come up with a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, trailing 11-1.
Kansas City for 2 more. Oh, goody, because they're not hitting real well. And then Toronto comes to town for 3. The finale being Wednesday afternoon, the 28th. That's the Felco upcoming schedule. Only 5 remain after tonight.
And the first 20,000 fans this Sunday at 1 will receive a beautiful White Sox knit hat. Both warm and fashionable, as you can see. That's Steve pointing it out. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. 0-1 to count to Diaz. It'll be Diaz, Morel, and Beckham face Cy Chin as there's a breaking ball for 2 strikes. Stayed with that curveball, but they got a man there. Cabrera, 1 out. Alejandro now 0 for 3. So here's Brent. He has popped to second, going out to left. First pitch strike. Curveball. 2 down.
Chen's decided to throw a pretty good curveball in the late going. He didn't need it at all in the early going. He's only given up 2 hits.
He's retired 19 out of the last 20 guys. As Escobar hitting for Beckham. Eduardo. Switch hitting infielder, and he's got a chance to be a pretty good player. A lot of fire in that belly of his. Fouls that back. So the count 1-2. Juan Pierre on deck. That's low. Chen tried to pick up his 3rd win of the season against us. We got him last time, but he has been a pain in the behind. Two out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Johnny Danks against Everett Tiefer tomorrow night in that game on Comcast Sportsnet. So make your plans to be with us. It is the last fireworks show of the season.
Bruce Chen's about ready to deliver pitch number 102. There have been very few made under duress.
A bullet right back to him, caught. Good play by Chen. Hard luck for Escobar. And he has retired 20 of the last 21.
Back at you. Very fortunate to catch this. But catch it he did. And that got him out of the 8th inning without getting a faceburger for his efforts.
Francoeur pounds that one foul.
Eduardo Escobar stays in the game at second base.
Francoeur, 2 for 4, a single, and a 2-run homer. Homer number 20, RBIs number 86 and 87. Up the middle. Nice. Good play, Alexei. Alexei has really, especially the last 4 months, played some terrific shortstop.
Well, normally when he goes up the middle and does the 360 spin, this year especially, he's throwing them right on the money. That's right in the middle of Paulie's body.
So here's Moustakas. He is 3 for 4. $11, 17, and 0 for Kansas City. 1, 2, and 2 for us. Bottom of the 8th in Cleveland, still tied at 5 with Minnesota. They have a day-night doubleheader tomorrow. Indians have had a schedule-wise a very tough go of it lately.
This keeps on raining in Cleveland.
11th inning in Detroit, tied at 3 with Baltimore. And that's going to be the 4th hit of the night for Moustakas. Too soft and too hard. So here's the big 21-year-old catcher, Salvador Perez, a 3-run homer in the 4th inning into right center field bleachers. Out of Valencia, Venezuela. Lovely little town on the interior. Okay. Nice pick, Paulie. And that'll retire the side. Bottom of the 9th. We trailed it. On GMC Sportsnet Central coming up tonight at 10. We'll preview the Bears and Packers matchup this Sunday, plus highlights and post-game reaction from tonight's Hawks and Washington Capitals exhibition game. So join Pat Boyle for GMC Sportsnet Central tonight at 10, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Vin Mazzaro comes into the game. There's a look at him at 1-1. The ERA, well, it's up there. This is 6th game. 4 of them starts. And he inherits a 10-run lead.
Once again, Sai Chen.
Oh, he was...
We had no chance against him tonight.
Close to unhittable. Gave up 2 of them in 8 innings. 1 run, 1 an infield single, the other Paulie's home run, and that's it.
Top of the order here in the bottom of the 9th, Pierre. Tyler Flowers has come out to hit for Alexei. First pitch strike, 1. 0 for 3 tonight. A ball and 2 strikes. Royals 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 8th. Our run coming in the 7th, a homer by who else? Paulie, number 31. RBI number 104. One just trying to fight that one off of him. And another foul ball. Atlanta leading Washington 7-4. Bottom of the 9th in D.C. Bottom of the 8th in Cleveland, still tied at 5 with Minnesota. Boston at New York. Rained out. 5-1 Toronto beats Tampa Bay down in St. Pete. So a full count to Pierre. And another souvenir. And once again, a reminder, tomorrow night, 6:10 start, Johnny Danks against Everett Tieford. That game on Comcast Sportsnet. So make your plans to be with us. The final fireworks display of the season.
One is really battling him. There's a pitch track. You can see that Mazzaro is throwing him everywhere. Up, down, in, out. Can't get by him yet.
Hosmer. And that's out number 1. So here comes Tyler with Donnie Lucy coming out to hit for Konerko. Tyler hitting at .210, 3 homers, 12 knocked in.
I'd like to see him just get a hold of one, get every bit of it, and see how far it goes.
I'd like for our fans to see it. We got 2 of the strongest youngsters in baseball between Viciedo and Flowers. Cues that one right off the end of the bat, and very quickly they count 0-2. That one at 94 off the outside edge. Right side. Chivatella. 2 down. So here comes Lucy. Donnie is 2 for 6 with an RBI since being called up. Donnie's been somewhat of an enigma. Minor leagues doesn't hit anything, gets called up to the big leagues and just wears it out.
It's pretty strange.
It is. Get yourself a knock, Donnie. Keep this aura, this mystique going. Two out and the 1-2 pitch. And this ball game is over. So the Royals continue their mastery over our Sox. They pick up the 10th win in 16 games. They win it 11-1. Tough night for Zach.
Yeah, it's not only that they continue to win, it's a fashion in which they do it. They pounded out 18 hits tonight. It's a continuing refrain.
And let's check out our GMC player of the game. It is the 34-year-old Southpaw Bruce Chen, picking up his 3rd victory of the season against our Sox. So for my partner Steve Stone, our director Jim Angio, our producer Mike Leary, new dad, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, the executive producer